Okay, rewind. The concept is simple. One base plate, one giant red button in the middle, nothing else. You press it. Something horrible happens. You do not get to know what. No menu, no tutorial, no settings, no mercy. I am building this alone. Cloud code for the logic. Free models from the toolbox for the crimes. Budget, $0. Step 1. The map. Here it is. That's the whole map. I thought about adding trees. Then I remembered players don't deserve trees. I made it bigger, not for gameplay, for the flight distance. One spawn, right next to the button, so you cannot avoid it. You will walk past it every single time you die. That is called level design. Now I need a button. I could model one. I am not going to model one. The toolbox is where dreams go to become polygons. Here we have a button with 9,000 triangles. Here we have a button that is somehow a car. Here we have a button uploaded in 2017 by an account named XX_dev_XX. This one has a virus script in it. Removed. Probably. There it is. Ugly. Enormous. Structurally impossible. Perfect. I scaled it to 50 studs because subtlety is for people with budgets. Step 1. The environment. Placing blocks manually requires effort, which I refuse to provide. So I outsourced my job to an AI and made it write a generation script. It built some sort of neon cyberpunk prison. Looks good enough. The stage is set. Now it's time to actually make the button work. A game needs mechanics. The goal is to push players into the walls. I told the AI to make the center button grant random buffs and debuffs with a 10-second cooldown. I asked the AI to write a simple script. Instead, it broke the laws of physics. First, I get thrown off the map. Then I spawn inside the button like a hostage. But the AI didn't stop there. The arena's framework stole the button's function. Now the walls act as triggers. You hit a wall, you get a new difficulty level. Peak gaming experience. To make things interesting, I added a push tool for PvP. But the AI didn't like violence. The exact second I equipped the tool, the game retaliated. It teleported me directly into the cursed wall. It broke the arena's geometry, and to make it personal, it deleted the spawn point I just built. I am no longer developing a game, I am fighting a digital demon. I finally built a proper lobby with rules and a shop. The game was looking like a real finished product. To start a round, you just step on this green pad. But apparently the transition script had a different plan. Instead of teleporting me to the arena, it drops me straight into the abyss, a 10 out of 10 spawning system. When I finally managed to force myself onto the actual map, the gameplay loop was completely ruined. I push the button, the danger level goes up, and the arena just starts generating overlapping garbage. Physics are broken, the map is a mess, and the code is barely holding on for dear life. I am clearly unqualified to fix this, so drop your worst modifier ideas in the comments for danger level 10. Some good news, I fixed the lobby. The teleporter actually works now instead of dropping me into the void. I added some bots to test the combat, but I forgot about the deadly floor grid. The round starts, and it instantly vaporizes everyone. Me, like a true professional, I assumed the game would magically fix itself on the second try. It didn't. We just aggressively died. The push tool was a massive disappointment. It's time for real firepower. I decided to add a bazooka and a fresh batch of bots to test it on. But since I am an elite prompt engineer, I refuse to write a single line of code myself. I opened Claude and gave it highly advanced technical instructions. Write a bazooka script, make it destroy everything. A true masterclass in software development. Let's see what my digital slave created. Fighting fairly is for losers, so I asked the AI to write a script for a new weapon. The instructions were simple. Launch the bots into low Earth orbit and completely ignore server stability. Welcome to the real test, danger level 1. I finally have my upgraded push tool and I am ready to exert absolute dominance over artificial intelligence. Here comes the first test subject. Boom, the knockback is beautiful. He goes flying out of bounds. I am a tactical genius. This game is too easy. Let's do that again. Come here, little guy. And I just walked backward into the void. Tactical genius, ladies and gentlemen. I defeated myself before the bot even touched me. Okay, minor miscalculation. Let's try this again. This time with my eyes open. The tool is definitely overpowered. One click and they break all laws of physics. But there is a problem. The AI is starting to realize that safety is in numbers. They are not stopping. They don't have stamina, they don't feel fear, and they definitely don't respect personal space. My strategy has quickly shifted from dominate to run for my life. As you can see, when I equip the bat and approach an NPC, I click a million times, but absolutely nothing happens. The hit radius is incredibly small, probably as small as the brain of Claude's creator, because this is definitely not my fault. I am the #1 prompt developer in the world. The funniest part is that the bazooka projectile is so tiny and flies perfectly straight that it completely misses these dwarf NPCs. But I refuse to stoop to their level, and I just got killed again. But honestly, for a cheap indie game I threw together in half a day, it's not as bad as it looks. What I really love about this concept is the potential for chaos. In the future, friends can either team up or just instantly betray each other in a battle royale. You can crank up the danger level whenever you want, or just camp the button to keep all the buffs for yourself. Conceptually, this game has a massive future, but right now, its quality is just as low as these bots. Honestly, if I remove the cooldowns, give the bots a single brain cell, or invite some friends to test it with, which I don't have, the game is actually playable. But since this is just day one, I have a decision to make. Should I focus on making better models or try to salvage the gameplay? I need a solid roadmap. Leave a comment with your best advice and tell me exactly what direction this chaos should take next. First person works too. Rockstar should learn how to make games fast. Alright, all sarcasm aside, these bots were really just added so I could see how the game's dynamics and combat actually work in motion. It's pretty obvious that the game is incredibly raw right now. Half the things are broken and the other half are trying to kill me. But that's exactly the point. I want to show you guys the entire process. No fake perfection. I want you to see every single fail, every stupid bug, and every broken mechanic. I'll be building and improving this game day by day right alongside you guys. We are in this together.